To the NASCAR Xfinity Series in advance of tomorrow's Use Your Melon Drive Sober 200. We're joined by a pair of drivers from Chip Ganassi Racing. We have Tyler Reddick, driver of the number 42 BBR Dustin Lynch Chevrolet, and Brennan Poole, driver of the number 48 DC Solar Chevrolet. Tyler, we'll start with you. You just captured your first NASCAR Xfinity Series win in Kentucky last weekend. You do have a win here in the Truck Series at Dover as well, so I'm sure you're pretty excited coming into here to Dover. Why don't you just talk about what you're looking forward to tomorrow?
Well, just looking forward to, obviously, no rain is nice. The weather's a little on the chilly side, but I'm sure we'll still have great racing nonetheless. The less downforce, these cars will fall off a little bit over the course of a long run. So we're just going to really focus on getting our car pretty close. It was really good the last time. It won in the spring here with Kyle. So I know we're going to have a good car like we did last week. We've just got to do our part, or I've got to do my part, I should say, and get up to speed pretty quickly.
And then, Brennan, you scored a career best NASCAR Xfinity Series finish last week in Kentucky, and you were the highest finishing playoff driver. Is this the kind of momentum you need to help propel you into the next round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. I've been pretty fast over the past couple weeks, and we finally were able to put a whole race together at Kentucky, which is nice. And so to get our career best finish moving, forward in these playoffs, I think it's pretty big. So I'm just really happy where our team's at. We've been pretty strong over the last couple months. We've had some really fast race cars, and I think it's all that hard work and everything's finally showing up and paying off. So I'm excited about this weekend. I feel like we're going to have a fast car and have another great run, and then of course going to Charlotte after this is probably one of my best mile and a half. So this round is certainly an exciting round for us and started off strong.
All right, we'll open up to questions for Tyler and Brennan. We'll start here with Lee and then go to Kyle.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Hey, winner.
How's it going?
You and Ryan Preece have taken unconventional routes to finally, getting up to the bigger leagues in NASCAR. He took a part-time gig with Joe Gibbs Racing, went out and won. You took a part-time gig with Ganassi Racing and won. Has it been worth it to kind of, do something a little different, maybe not do the traditional route of just, grinding it out with just any ride to get to the next level?
Well, even though, like you said, me and Ryan both being on part-time schedules, it was my 15th start, and it was only Ryan's. I think, he won pretty early on. He only had like 3 or 4 shots in that car. So for him to do what he's done in that car is really, really cool in that limited amount of starts. But thankfully, even though I did have a part-time schedule, we were able to test twice. We were able to learn a lot of things in the beginning of the year that set us up to get better throughout the year. So even though it was a part-time schedule, it still kind of felt like a truck schedule, even though we run 16 races. But even though it wasn't a lot of seat time, a lot of laps, more laps in the truck series. So to me, it really felt like a truck season, but with less races and more laps.
But it gave you a great opportunity to audition for taking the next step, which in your part, it was JRM.
Yeah, that was nice. Obviously, we were able to win after that announcement came out, but I told my guys before the race that night at Kentucky that it was my first race back since the announcement, and I just wanted to remind them, hey, next year is next year, and this year is 2017, and the goal is to win the Owners' Championship on the owner's side, and hopefully Brennan can do the same on the driver's side for Chip Ganassi. And winning a race at Kentucky last week and him running second is a step in the right direction of making both those things happen.
We'll go to Kyle.
Brennan, RacingExperts.com. Tyler, my question kind of spins off of Lee's, but 5 years ago, you were racing in the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series as a 16-year-old, and then here you are now as an Xfinity Series winner and with a full-time ride for Junior Motorsports. I just wanted to pick your brain on what this journey has been like for you, and how have you adjusted as a racer as you continue to climb the ladder?
It's been a lot of fun. Not many people can race their whole life, grow up racing dirt, and then get to run asphalt and get to do a lot of these things. And there's just a lot of great support from my family and the people who have sponsored us over the years. But to finally win an Xfinity race was really cool. And I felt like we've had the speed to win earlier, but as a rookie, you make rookie mistakes, and that's something that we had to just do. But the journey itself has been a lot of fun. I obviously I wouldn't want to do anything else, so this has been really cool.
Brennan, my question's for you. Several years ago, you won a championship in the UARA Late Model Stock Car Series. What can you take away from the late model stocks and your success there and that championship on a variety of different tracks, albeit short tracks, and apply into these playoffs and the remainder races?
Well, I think it's just consistency, not making mistakes, and having good, solid runs. Obviously, over here it's a little bit different. The competition's a lot harder, but you just have to collect stage points. I think last week, I finished second and missed out stage points in the second round, and ended up losing a spot in the points. So it's just really, really tight. You just can't have any mistakes. You got to nail all your fundamentals and put a fast race car out there on the track. And if you can have no mistakes and collect stage points in both the stages and end up with a good finish, I think you'll be in good shape to make it through all the rounds and be there at Homestead.
How much did that prepare you heading into ARCA and now into NASCAR?
Yeah, I think the late model stock cars are a lot closer, as far as the experience you can get for moving forward. They're a perimeter car, so it's much closer to what you're going to run as you're moving forward than it is, a super straight frame rail. So, for me, I'm really fortunate that I feel like I was able to go down the right path that helped me be successful at each level. And I've also been very blessed to have the right people come along at the right time to help me get to the next level. So, if I were to do it again, I wouldn't have changed anything. I would have still ran late model stocks and moved through ARCA and into the Xfinity Series.
Go to Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net, PRN. Brennan, both our communities in Texas were impacted by Harvey. Can you talk about your efforts? I know you were doing some fundraisers and things of that nature. Have you been back since then, and what is the impact for your family in that area?
Yeah, so my hometown was completely demolished in the hurricanes, and so it was just tough. I got cousins and family that live there, my best friends, everybody, in that area was struggling, and so during that week after the hurricane, we had a food and fundraiser at the race shop. We had a lot of people come into the shop and donate food and funds, which was really awesome. Pretty much everybody on our race team on the Cup side and the Xfinity side donated canned goods or funds to that deal, and we actually ended up raising over 6,000 meals for the city of Houston. So it was really cool to be able to see everybody around the world and even in the racing community how much they care to reach out and try to help out a community, especially one that's so close to my heart. And so that was really special. I haven't been able to get back there. I may go down there Texas week and these playoffs here coming up, so and see everybody and go hang out and probably get some Mexican food when I'm down there. But so I haven't had a chance to go down there, but we did ship all the food out and everything. It was pretty humbling experience to see everybody on our race team step up and people in the community donate to try to make a difference. It was awesome.
And also, obviously, the problem continues. I think it might get overlooked that things have been provided, but now it's rebuilding and tearing out homes and that devastation. Will there be other events where you continue to participate in the area?
Yeah, I think for sure. That week when I go out to Texas, I'm looking at going down there and helping out and getting involved in some of the things going on there. There's $180 billion or something in damage done to the city. I can't remember the house count, but there's hundreds of thousands of homes that have to be put down to absolutely nothing and start over. So, it's just a tough situation, but, Houston's a tough town, and, so many great people around the country stepped up to help, bring funds to that deal to help the rebuild process start. So, it's sad, but also really awesome to see all the hard work and everything that was put into, raise funds and efforts for that deal to help everybody out. So it was cool. So, yeah, we'll try to get down there Texas week and see what I can do.
We'll go to Kelly.
Kelly Crandall, Racer.com, one for Brennan and one for Tyler. Tyler, your deal with JR Motorsports was announced before your win last week, but when that came out, and you'd already signed the deal, but did you look at maybe still having to kind of like validate their belief in you over these next couple races? Or does a win help you in any way, or were you fine with kind of? I mean, they signed you anyway. They signed you before you won type thing.
You always want to win as a racer, But after making the announcement, to win with Ganassi was nice. I was I really, really wanted to win with Ganassi before the year was up. I wanted to win multiple times because they're a successful team. They put good cars on the racetrack, and they're a good group of guys. I want to get wins for them and all the guys that build the cars back at the shop. So after I figured out I wasn't going to be coming, I guess you could say it was a little extra fuel on the fire of already very hot burning fire to win races. But it was really cool to get it done. At Kentucky, we had a really good car, learned a lot of mistakes from my first race there earlier in the year, and applied it to the second race, and it all kind of came together.
Brennan, you had talked about stage points and trying to rack those up to have something to fall back on. What about playoff points? Are you racing any differently to try to rack up some playoff points? Because you don't have a whole lot of those to fall back on either. And even though you finished second last week, you mentioned that it really didn't do a whole lot to help you in the standings.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I mean, really over the past couple months, our team has really been trying to, win stages. And, we've been close. I don't even know how many times I finished second or third in a stage, but it's quite a bit. But, so yeah, I mean, we still try to attack it the same that we have over the past couple months. Try to win some stages, get some of those bonus points that'll carry with us to the start of the next round. We're pretty comfortable where we're at as far as making the next round on the points. As long as we don't have any parts failures or anything stupid happen. So I think you just have to be smart, be aware of your surroundings and the situation you're in. If you can get there and win a stage, obviously you kind of might take a small risk or something to make that happen. But for the most part, try to be smart, rack the stage points up, get what you can get, and go ahead and get on to the next round.
All right, gentlemen, thanks for joining us this morning. Good luck tomorrow afternoon.
Thanks.
Thank you.